The world of Sonic the Hedgehog has been thrust into a not-so-dark, not-so-stormy hard-boiled detective story that probably nobody saw coming. Follow Sonic and the intrepid Chaotix Detective Agency as they take on their biggest case yet. This high-flying, action-packed adventure will take them across the world, fighting for every clue they can find. It's one heck of a tale, which is good, because this story might be the only thing that can save their lives.
No. Well, if that's all, I can just dispose of you.
Wait, what?
All will be revealed in Sonic the Hedgehog presents The Chaotix Case Files. Listen now, wherever you get your podcasts.
When the Chaotix are on the case.
Stoveleg Media, igniting conversation.
Welcome to True Crime to Go. What can I get for you?
I need some French fries, but I was watching Indiana Jones. Did you know people eat spiders? So help me God, if you put a spider in my French fries, I will burn this place down.
Up to the second window, and we'll see you next crime.
Welcome to True Crime to Go. I am John here with Jamie. How you doing, man?
Buddy, that sounded personal, like somebody's put spiders in your French fries before. Has that ever happened?
I told you, son. I tell you all the time I'm having some issues with our local McDonald's establishment. This time they've gone too far.
They have. And this is, your threat was not completely in vain. It's pretty spot on for the case we're going to be talking about today. I don't hate spiders like everybody else. I'm the spider killer in my house, or the spider catcher and releaser. The spider doesn't really bother me. I'm pretty sure they crawl in our mouths while we sleep. So why worry about it while you're awake, you know?
Well, that's terribly disturbing, but I'm like you. Spiders don't bother me, but now I do have some things that do. You're the wasp guy. If I have a wasp problem,
Snakes.
That's you that can take care of that. But snakes, man, I would burn my house down if a snake got in.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because that's kind of what happened in today's case. Why don't you get us started?
Well, we are going to talk about a case that just happened. This was in February of 2026. I can't believe February's already gone.
Long story about that.
Yeah, well,
it's been over for a few days.
Listen to Bless Our Hearts this week, and you'll hear more about February. So let's get into this. There's a suspect, 36-year-old Sean McDermott. He lived at one time in New York. At the time of the incident, he was staying in a townhome in Pocono Pines, Pennsylvania.
In the Poconos.
A quiet community in the Pocono Mountains known for vacation properties and residential townhome developments. But townhomes like this share walls. So this means when, unfortunately, a townhome would catch fire, there's a very high potential that neighboring units are definitely at risk and could burn down as well. And according to investigators, that's what happened inside McDermott's home on February 24th, 2026. And it would escalate into a very dangerous and uncontrollable blaze. So what happened?
Yeah, let's go back to earlier in the day. A witness described as a friend who was inside the home with McDermott reported seeing him repeatedly lighting small fires inside of the residence. According to the witness, McDermott openly explained why he was doing it. He said he was trying to kill spiders inside the house.
So instead of like stomping on these things, he's taking a lighter to them?
You know, there are traps, there's spray, there are like sticky things, there's your shoe, there are brooms, but there's also fire, I guess.
I mean, you know, I hate him just as much as the next guy, I guess.
At one point, he lit a fire on the floor, and then instead of putting it out completely, he just pulled the love seat over top of it, which, as you may imagine, also caught fire and essentially added fuel to the flames. The friend tried to intervene, tried to put the fire out, but McDermott continued relighting the fire over and over.
At around 6 p.m., emergency responders were called to the 600 block of the Eucharist Lane there in the Pocono Pines, and flames had already taken over his townhome. By the time firefighters arrived, the situation had escalated beyond a single room or even a single residence. The fire had actually spread beyond McDermott's unit. Authorities say the blaze damaged McDermott's home and 3 connected townhouses. Volunteer firefighters battled the fire approximately 8 hours before bringing it under control. That is a big fire. Fortunately, there were no fatalities that were reported, but the damage was severe. Multiple residents were displaced from their homes because of this.
Yeah, when investigators finally got a hold of everybody, they said that McDermott and this unnamed friend had eventually left and went to separate places. So they scattered the scene when they figured out they couldn't put the fire out. And authorities say that he left the area driving a rented U-Haul truck, like he was really trying to get away and stay away. But 2 days after the fire, McDermott resurfaced 100 miles away in Manhattan. Police say that he was involved in a hit-and-run car crash on East 23rd Street and Madison Avenue. He got out of the U-Haul and fled on foot before being tracked down.
Did he try to set the U-Haul on fire? Like, this guy just seems to burn things down and leaves.
Not that we know of. He seems to try to burn down anything he had built in his life. But inside the U-Haul, they found some disturbing stuff. They found nitrous oxide, commonly known as laughing gas. They found a liquid accelerant, substances that could be used to, start or build bigger fires.
Yeah, the New York City police would charge him with multiple offenses related to the hit and run, and his arrests all included resisting arrest, obstructing governmental administration, unauthorized use of a vehicle, criminal possession of a controlled substance, and possession of nitrous or noxious materials. I thought it was
noxious.
The nitrous oxide.
That's what it is.
So those charges were only part of the case. Of course, authorities confirmed that he would be extradited to Pennsylvania, where he would face additional charges, including arson, aggravated arson. His fire that he set destroyed not only his home, but other townhomes there in the area.
He had some prior arrests for assault, but I don't know that they're going to be brought up during this sentencing. When you say he was arrested for both arson and aggravated arson, in my mind, he starts a fire and then sees another spider and gets aggravated and sets a bigger fire. And that's what that means. Is that how the law works?
I don't know. I think it's one thing to burn down your own home, but you burnt down other people's homes. That is aggravating.
That's aggravating, buddy. Yeah, this is, I assume, I couldn't find it anywhere in the research, but that he was on something and that either
nitrous oxide,
maybe these spiders never even existed and he was just seeing spiders, or somehow he was on something to make him think this was the logical reaction.
Let's just play this out. Let's pretend like he's going to trial, right? He's not going to take a plea deal. No. This guy's going to court. Does it play any role if they do find that there were spiders? If they were, does it matter what kind of spiders? Like, oh, these were granddaddy long legs. You are under the jail. But if these were like black widows, then dude, we get it. Yeah, we burned down the house too. That's the next logical thing to do.
It is not a logical move. I don't care.
As a juror, man, I might be like, it was 30,000 black widows. The guy had to do what he had to do.
I don't care. It was 1 billion tarantulas. Don't set it on fire. That's not the move.
A tarantula is somehow scarier to me than a black widow.
Yeah. I don't think it's as deadly. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, get out of there. And then hire somebody to go in and do it safely. That's the
money's
move.
tight, man. Even in the Poconos, money's tight.
Well, burn down your townhouse and you're going to have to pay for it. Maybe you should thought of that.
Legitimately, when I lived in my old house, it had a crawl space, and I had my crawl space open. I had the door to the crawl space setting beside the opening, and I went to put something underneath my house, and there was a snake on the crawl space door. And when I moved to try to hit it with something, it moved underneath my house. And I thought about burning my house down.
Yeah, that's not.
That was actually a solution in my mind.
That was an option. Yeah.
Instead, I moved to the Poconos and started driving a U-Haul.
You live here now. It's weird. Don't burn stuff. That's I'm trying to think of a good reason to burn a house down, and that's not. I can't come up with it.
Floor plan, but maybe I'll just remodel.
Yes, let's remodel that. Don't set things on fire. Hopefully Sean McDermott, which just sounds like the kind of guy that would burn down a
McDermott.
house. Dadgum McDermott.
Dang it, McDermott.
Yeah, so hopefully he is held accountable. Hopefully that friend, who I assume could be charged as well, ends up just testifying against him and becomes like the world leader in spider fire awareness.
A wise man once told me, and I think it applies to Sean McDermott, but when your ambitions outgrow your moral consciousness, or something like that.
We talked about it 5 minutes ago.
When you're
at the end of yesterday's
your ambition
episode,
gets bigger than your character.
it must have really impacted you. When your ambition outgrows your judgment. You
Man,
get
it's
yourself
such
in
an easy
trouble.
word, such a hard time
Yeah, it was
remembering.
literally 10 minutes ago.
When you get too big for your britches and you make bad decisions, you end up like possibly McDermott, although he has not been convicted and he is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Allegedly. Guys, we really appreciate you. This has been a crime story in 10 minutes or less.
Would you like crime with that?
The world of Sonic the Hedgehog has been thrust into a not-so-dark, not-so-stormy hard-boiled detective story that probably nobody saw coming. Follow Sonic and the intrepid Chaotix Detective Agency as they take on their biggest case yet. This high-flying, action-packed adventure will take them across the world, fighting for every clue they can find. It's one heck of a tale, which is good, because this story might be the only thing that can save their lives.
Ah, well, if that's all, I can just dispose of you.
Wait, what?
All will be revealed in Sonic the Hedgehog presents The Chaotix Case Files. Listen now, wherever you get your podcasts.
The Chaotix are on the case.
You've listened to True Crimecast, distributed by Stoveleg Media. Check out stoveleg.com to find out more about your hosts and to find other podcasts to listen to. Stoveleg Media, igniting conversation.
The world of Sonic the Hedgehog has been thrust into a not-so-dark, not-so-stormy hard-boiled detective story that probably nobody saw coming. Follow Sonic and the intrepid Chaotix Detective Agency as they take on their biggest case yet. This high-flying, action-packed adventure will take them across the world, fighting for every clue they can find. It's one heck of a tale, which is good, because this story might be the only thing that can save their lives.
Ah, well, if that's all, I can just dispose of you.
Wait, what?
All will be revealed in Sonic the Hedgehog presents The Chaotix Case Files. Listen now, wherever you get your podcasts.
The